Often, I find myself in the lead car of a funeral procession on its way to the cemetery. Years ago, it was not unusual for vehicles that were meeting the funeral procession to stop until it had passed. Nor was it unusual for people on the sidewalk to bow their heads as well. But that doesn't happen so often as it used to, especially in this busy, growing city. One day, a few years ago, I was again in a funeral coach. I noticed there was a young man along Division Street who appeared to be rough around the edges. By all appearances, he was not doing so well. But as he saw the cars approach, he took off his ball cap, put his arms at his side, and bowed his head. Others noticed what he was doing, and a few stopped and bowed their heads as well. Later that day, I wondered about the parents of that young man. It's too bad they weren't there to see their son on what he did on Division Street. By standing at attention and taking off his ball cap, their son had shown reverence and respect, not only for the deceased, but for the grieving as well. His parents had taught him well. In turn, he was now teaching others to do the same by his example. Prepare the way of the Lord and make his paths straight. If you think about it, this young man may seem to be an unlikely person to be preparing the way of the Lord. But so was John the Baptist. As we just heard, his clothes were made of camel hide, his diet consisted of wild honey and locusts, his hair was long and his beard untrimmed, likely. He also was rough around the edges. Yes, the young man on Division Street was very much like John the Baptist, and so are we. For we are all to prepare the way of the Lord in our own lives, in the lives of those around us, as we await for the celebration of the birth of the Christ child. That means that in my family, I am to try to be more patient and less quick to anger. At my work, I am to try to be more willing to help and less likely to complain and criticize. While driving my car, I am to try to always remain calm and level-headed, and more alert to what is going on ahead and around me. In my parish, I am to try to be more welcoming and less likely to judge others. God has a mission for all of us. He wants every person that we meet to look at us and see Jesus shining through us. And he has put certain people in our lives for that very reason. It may be only through you that someone at work or in your neighborhood or even in your own family will encounter the merciful love of Jesus and the truth of his plan for our lives. This is how we are to prepare the way of the Lord and make his paths straight.